Hi there, welcome to the latest episode of my 10-minute moan, and the topic of this 10-minute moan is the record-breaking sanctions recommended to Scottish Parliament by the Parliament Standards Committee against Michael Matheson. They have agreed on a 27-day sitting, 27-day punishment for racking up the £11,000 iPad bill while he was on holiday 18 months ago in Morocco. Now, it was a bit bizarre because I watched a wee bit of the committees delivering their findings and their recommendations, and what will happen now is that will go to the full Parliament to vote on. And you kind of imagine with the SNP now having a minority government, you would expect it will get accepted. Now, I would imagine that even SNP MSPs would be struggling to vote against the sanctions after the Parliamentary Standards Committee have set them. So what they said was it's 27 sitting days and 54 days wages, right? Now, here lies the question. This sitting days, we're about to get into a 2-month recess at Parliament. And I'm kind of thinking that it's sort of self-explanatory that sitting days is in fact days that the Parliament are present. So there's at least 2 months that we don't have sitting days. And if you see, even if they sat 5 days a week, which they don't, we're looking at a minimum 5 to 6 weeks on top of that. So there's another month and a bit. So we're now 3 and a bit months. And that is if the Parliament's due to sit 5 days a week. I'm not convinced that's the case. So this guy could be expected to be banned from Parliament for 4 or 5 months, depending on how many sitting days there is, because obviously recess doesn't come into it. And it just beggars belief. He's got to walk. Genuinely, how can you be expected to not only be expected to serve your constituents when you're not going to be there? This is a record-breaking consequence that they've served on this guy. There has never been a 27 sitting day ban in the history of the Scottish Parliament, right? And I just can't see how we can survive this. If this guy doesn't fall on his sword by his own decision, it just gives you the perfect insight into his morals. And if his party don't talk him into resigning, it tells you a lot, all you need to know about theirs as well. Now, we are going to go to the polls on the 4th of July. Why not just in his constituency have a by-election and get shot at him as well, right? Because to do anything else is just appalling. He's got to walk. Now, in Westminster, there's a recall rule, which we've seen. The most recent one in Scotland was an SNP candidate who was playing about with other folks' money as well, right? So what happens is your constituents, if in Westminster you're banned for 10 days or more, not 27, 10 days, then your constituents have the right to recall petition, which means they can request a by-election to let them vote whether they keep you or not. This is not a rule in Holyrood, which is very weird. And there had been some moves previously by members to apply the same rule, but as it stands right now, we don't have that rule. Now, the fact that he's went to 27-day ban and isn't automatically given the right by his constituents to hold a by-election, it just beggars belief, isn't it? I mean, it's mental. And it was interesting listening to the delivery of the findings, because there was the old, my family, they discussed it during the hearings that he'd brought in to question the way the information had been dealt with and how it affected his family. Totally ignorant of the fact that the biggest single action that caused this intrusion, as he calls it, to his family's privacy was him and his misuse of government SIM cards and electronic devices. And followed up by him getting caught totally lying about his family. And then he publicly flung his family under a bus. I can't remember anybody telling us before Michael Matheson opened his mouth that his family had anything to do with it. So it was Michael Matheson that brought the family question into public domain, and then wants us to take that into consideration that, it's a bad thing how much my family got hurt with all this. Was you that hurt your family? No anybody else, no the press, no anybody like me on social media. That was you. Because you allowed this to happen, and you brought that to the table. If you really wanted to protect your family, you could have resigned in November last year when this all came to light. Or, if you didn't want to bring in your family, you could have paid the bill. And I would imagine February or March last year when the bill crossed your table, right? But you decided not to do that. You decided to cheat the public purse. And then you decided to tell lies about it. And then you decided to bring your family into the conversation. And then you've got the audacity to use that as some sort of way of defending yourself and pleading for, I don't know, what we do. No give you any ban or any fine because your family got upset. That was your fault, nobody else's. And the other thing he's been quite rightly given is a salary withdrawal for 54 days. Don't know if that's record breaking, but that's nearly 2 months. That's about £10,000 to £11,000. I'd have fined you more. I would have fined you 100% of your wages because I'd have sacked you and your party need to sack you. And if you don't stand down and your party don't sack you, this is just going to be more noise. We only got an election, a Westminster election called yesterday. Your party could really do without any more bad news, right? So you need to walk, or they need to tell you to walk. It is just ridiculous. It's just mental that it's got this far. And so what will happen is, as I say, I don't know when, right? I would imagine it would be pretty damn quick because they shut for summer recess in no matter of days now, is it? No, sorry, about a month. I beg your pardon, it's about a month before they close for recess. So it'll definitely be before summer recess. The 2 months that they're shut won't count. So we could potentially, let me just try and work this out quickly in my head. What is it? 27 days. Maybe get 10 of them in. 2 months, 2 each. Yeah, they're talking about maybe seeing you for about 4 months. Do you know what I mean? Maybe 5. I think about it. And you just come out and wrap it. Just get it done. Because if you don't, then you're just going to disgrace you, your family and your party further, because there's not a chance the Scottish population will put up with this. And it would make sense. We're going to the polls anyway on the 4th of July. Polling stations will be open. Dead easy to do. Have a by-election. Doesn't cost us too much. Get you parked, right? Get somebody in that can look at a phone bill and think, I think we'll get the empty pie for that. You did that. You've seen this bill because you actually allocated £3,000, not from your own pocket, from your office expenses, right, towards it, and then try to claim that was you doing the right thing. So you know the bill. You know the bill was high. You knew it from day one. But no an MSP for the SNP. You couldn't just put your hand up at that point. You had to lie and cheat, and now proven that you've broken the rules. But we have to feel sorry for you because your family get brought into it. Honest to God. These are shocking. Every story just gets worse and worse. So there we have it. Michael Matheson, the iPad boy, yeah. What a way to end your career. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you've not already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. And the most important thing of all, Sir Michael Matheson, anybody that touched this bill and the buggers that signed it off, everybody else have a great day. Cheery bye now.